Hello everybody, my name is the Pianiolist. I fixed my light. How are you doing? How's everybody doing? Um, I'm doing pretty, eh, you know, not doing the best. Next week is finals week. Por fin, you know, finally. My finals week sort of started this week, because I have to start submitting videos and playing and my piece that I'm working on now, and it's sort of overwhelming, but I'm almost there. Just one more week left, I wanted to talk about this a conversation that I'm having with a girl right now in my school. So I have music for my school, an original copy of music, Piazzolla, right? It's called Tangazo, right? um, Great piece, totally recommend. You should listen to it. Tangazo. I'll leave a link to a recording in the description. So I'm supposed to return this piece of music to my school, and I need to. Um, I can't find a large envelope that I can send it back to the school in. Maybe I have one downstairs. I'm gonna look, you know, probably tomorrow and let her know if I found one or not. But short story, I have to return this piece of music to my school. So she said that, you know, why don't I just go to Staples and get a folder? Another friend of mine, she went to Staples. She took her music with her, made sure it fit, so that she can send it to the school. It started getting me thinking. I told her this. I live with my grandma. You know, so it's hard to do some of the things that other people are doing this during this quarantine. Stuff that I can't do because she lives with us. And even if she didn't live with us, I probably wouldn't do these things. It's not as easy as it used to be to just go to the store and get a folder, or go to the supermarket to get some milk, or go to the pizza shop to get a pizza, or it's not that easy to do these things anymore. If you want to do something like that, you're putting yourself at risk. um, Even if you are taking all the precautions, what if somebody else isn't? What if someone touched that folder that you picked up? What if someone sneezes on you? What if someone, every little thing these days is a risk. And I know that, I seem kind of paranoid, but I think you kind of have to be these days. Um, Especially if you're living with someone who's older, and who's more prone to this disease, and who's or more susceptible to this disease, and so I kind of have to be paranoid, at least until something happens where they're like, all right, you can come out of your house and it's safe, and we found a cure, or we found something that fights the disease, or older people may not, you know so it's hard to say just go to the store and get a folder, because it's not just go to the store and get a folder now. It's go to the store, put yourself at risk, put your grandma at risk, and get a folder for music that you could probably just return to us next semester. I don't want to make it seem like getting this music back to them isn't important, but at the same time, I'm coming back this semester, or hopefully coming back this semester. Who knows? But I'm going to come back to the school eventually. You know, whether it be next semester, the semester after that, or whenever this ends, I'm coming back to the school, and I'm already registered. It's not even that I'm going to come back to the school sometime in the future, or that I'm graduating right now, as some people are. I'm coming back to the school, and I'm already registered to come back to the school. I already have my roving assignment, um, for next semester, or for next year. So, you know, I don't want to ask, why can't I just return it next semester when I come back? But just because I don't want to seem, like this isn't important, because it is. It's an original copy of music, and they want to make sure that it's safe, and they want to make sure that it's protected and in the right hands, and you know with all the other copies. But it's not simple anymore to even mail something, because when you're mailing something, you have to either go to the mailbox down the street, which other people touch every single day, or you go to the post office, which is another war zone, you know? So everything has become much more difficult, or at least it should be difficult, because if things are easy for you, then you may not be taking the right precautions, or you're not living in an area that's impacted as bad. But even then, you still have to take precautions, because if you're not, then if there's an inflood of people from. So yeah, if I don't get this music back to my orchestra, there will be a hold placed on my account, and the cost of uh, the cost of payment would be a lot greater than the cost of shipping. And I understand that. But, there are, in my eyes, a lot of other ways that this can be handled, you know. And I understand that, I mean, I wouldn't say that it's even that urgent, to be honest. Like, this copy of music will be around, hopefully, this is, um, I'm talking about myself right now, like, I'm pretty responsible with music. This piece of music will be protected, and it's in good hands, and I'm going to, um, make sure it doesn't get damaged. I can't speak for other people. I know other people would not. Um, and they're thinking about, what if it's in the hands of these other people, which I understand. Um, but even if it was in the hands of these other people who wouldn't take care of their music, is it worth them, risking their health, potentially, to get a folder to ship it? You know, it's not that easy nowadays. Um, so sorry for a little bit of a somber kind of mood to this video. Maybe we should switch it up a little bit. So I had my scale exam today. I had to play a couple of scales for my teacher. I think I did pretty well. It's hard to play a scale in tune. And the more experienced you get with music, the faster you'll realize that. It isn't the easiest thing to do, and people continue learning how to adjust their intonation as they get older and as they learn more, and so it's not easy to play a scale in tune. I am a big advocate of playing scales, practicing scales, because with scales, you're not only practicing your intonation, you can also practice everything else about your playing. You can practice keeping a light hand, you can practice, your bow distribution, you can practice just about anything playing a scale. And whenever I have a student, or whenever I'm talking to kids about, things like this, I always tell them, practice your scales, practice your scales, practice your scales, because it's really important. And hopefully anyone watching this video who plays a stringed instrument, viola, violin, knows the importance of playing your scales. Practice your scales. On a side note, I was talking to my friend Treasure about, I felt really old talking to her. Because I remember a life before YouTube. I remember, YouTube came out when I was about 4. It came out in 2005, and so I was about 4. or I was turning for, right? So I remember life up until then. I remember life before YouTube came out, and I remember YouTube when it came out. When YouTube came out, it sucked. I'm sorry. I did not like YouTube when it first came out. Um, I like the only things that there were to watch on YouTube um, when it first came out was Fred, Shane Dawson, Nigahiga. Nigahiga was my favorite. I freaking loved Nigahiga. They were like kind of my inspiration to make a YouTube channel. Um, and then Annoying Orange came out. Charlie Bit My Finger cat videos. That was basically it. Like there was stuff on YouTube, but nobody wanted to watch it. Like it wasn't that interesting. And then it sort of blew up. People started making vlogs. People started gaming. Um, remember when PewDiePie first came out? He came out and I think he just posted it. It's been 10 years since his channel first came out, and for him to have grown to the biggest YouTube channel in less than 10 years, but to stay consistent is incredible. Who would have thought, like 10 years later, I'm going to be the biggest thing in my whatever I do? No one thinks that. Everything that I watched on YouTube in its early days, I probably can't stand now. Like Annoying Orange. I loved Annoying Orange. Actually, I still probably would like Annoying Orange, I think, cuz it was really kind of dark humor, I guess you could say. Like, and at the end of all the videos, knife, you know. Um oh, but Nigahiga, man. How to Be Ninja. Uh what were the other ones? Was there one that was like How to Be Nerd? Um, I memorized the words to the Big Bouncing Inflatable Green Ball. um, listen, go back and watch these. Well, maybe not, because some of the jokes have not aged well. But I mean, it's still, if you look past the offensive jokes, um, you can find humor in it. Um, so yeah, go back, watch these videos. They're awesome. Still some of the greatest stuff I've ever seen on YouTube. Um, but yeah, the Big Bouncing Inflatable Green Ball. Has this ever happened to you? I have no ball. Well, look no further. Thanks to the Big Bouncing Inflatable Green Ball, you never not ever not have a Big Bouncing Inflatable Green Ball again. Ah. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I I don't have anything else to say. I mean, I had a great conversation with my youth group peeps. you know. But yeah, so I'll see you in the next video. Have a great week. Bye bye.